Hi everybody. In the last video, you saw how to download the program of Blender. Today I will start to work with Blender. This is the same program. Maybe there is no changes. Maybe the version is different. Here 3.6.1. In the last download, it was maybe there is no more changes between 3.6 and 3.5. Here I can see in this program here 5 important parts. The first part is here, this for my objects. If I will add any object here, I can find this object here in this list. And here my workshop. If I want to add or I want to play in the settings of anything here, I can see here in this area the settings of objects and the settings of my material and particles. I can use particles for animation, and I can do something like solution, like effects, cinema effects for or animation effects for my work. But here in this year I will teach you how to make or how to use this program for games. So it will be important to understand that we will export our 3D objects from Blender to another program. This program is Unity, and we will use Visual Basic and C# to develop our game. We will try to build a small game or sample game. Now, as you can see, I have 4 stages in 3D. At first, I have designing. Second, I have how to add material. Third, how to add light. And fourth is rendering. If you are making animation, this is number 5, but I will speak about this now. Here my objects, here my workshop, and here this is my timeline. For example, here if I want to add animation for this cube, I can make this cube. I will open this here and I will move this cube for a point like that. I will use this 3 buttons. The first one is move and rotate and scale. For example, I can make this, I can use my move tool to move this here, and I will click here in this one. Now I will click here, it will be blue, and I can move this for this point. Here is my start point, and here I will take this one for this. Here I can see here my second point. Okay, so I will go for this point, and maybe I can use rotation. I can make rotate like that, for example. Okay, and I can add scaling. Maybe I can make scale for my 3D like that. Okay. Like that. So you can see my cube moving to be with this motion. It's motion because I am changing here in 3 things: scale and rotation and move. Okay, everyone, now I will go back, and here this is my animation. Okay, and here this is my menus. I can see here in this menu, for example, shading. It will help me to add material and to use this material. Maybe we will use this in another time. And for example, here UV, if I have a material and I want to draw this material, I can do this here. And here my sculpting, I can design or make something professional using sculpting tools. Here I will return back for my layout, and this is a normal normal tools or normal menus which I can see in any program. Okay, here I can see my workspace. In this my workspace, I can add everything and I can move everything here. For example, I can use this zoom, this one, to zoom in and out like that here. Okay, and I can use this hand to move, to move my camera. This is my perspective camera, not view camera, like that. And here, this is, if I have a camera here like that, I can see what the camera is saying, like that. Here the camera, nothing in the camera. Okay, and I will click here, I will go out my camera like that. Okay, everyone, it's helped me here. I can see my viewport from up if I will click here on that, and I can see from side if I will click here in X, and I can see my project project from front if I will click here in Y. Okay, now I can see all my project with perspective like that if I will move my 3 axes. Okay, here I can click here, I can see this my options for this object. This option it will change if I will click another thing. For example, here for this cube, this is another options, and here for my camera, something like that. Okay, here I will delete this cube and I will delete new cube from here. So before I will add this cube, I will come here. Can you see this 2 arrow, one for up and one for down, like that? I will click with right click and I can see 2 things, vertical and horizontal. So I will click here for vertical. For example, I can see this line. This line, I can divide my screen, this area, to 2 views, one in right and one in left. I will click like that. Now I can see these 2 views like that. Here in the right, I can see my perspective. Okay, and here in left, I can see render. For example, it is different between viewport and my last render. So I will click here in my camera. After that, I will click Z like that. I can see 4 buttons after Z. After I will click on Z or push and click on Z. I will choose render. Okay, I can see now this is my view for render. Okay, for example, from here I will add, I will use mesh and I will add this plane. I can go for this plane, for example, like that. Okay, and I can use this scale and I will scale my plane like that for all my view. Okay, and here I can add another things, another objects. It will be simple shapes or 3D objects like cube. I can see cube here and I can move this cube for up like that. Okay, also I can add something like sphere, UV sphere. It will be like that. And here I can add cylinder. So from mesh I can add cylinder or cone. This is my cylinder. Okay, now I can add this here, but here there is different between 2 views. Here there is no shadow. I can see the shadow. Also here there is a light, but here light different. Okay, here I can move my camera like that, or when I will go for the camera, and here I will move the camera like that. I can change the position of the camera, and I can move the camera here, and I can come here now, up and back. Okay, and I can change the position to see this sphere. Okay, now I can see everything here, but I want to add a material for my 3D object. So I will choose this plane, and I will go for material, and I will click new. Now I can see here the material. Okay, so I will change this color. This is the color of my material. I will take it, for example, blue, like that. Okay, and here I will change this cylinder, the material of my cylinder, and I will click new, and I will change this color. I can add a picture for my material, and I will explain this for you in another time. Here I can add another material like that. I have here these 3 materials, and I can see these 3 materials here. Okay, for example, this is my light. If I will move this light, I can see this shadow moving also. And here I can go for this light here, and I will see 4 different kind of light. The first one is point. It's like this. Okay, a point, and my light is going for every place anyway, like the ray. Also I have sun. It's like the sun. I can see more light, so I can change this setting to make the light different, more or less. Also I can use spot. It will make a ring like that, so I can change this rotation for my spot. It will be 0, and here 0, here 0. It's now with 90 angle. Okay, I can change this for area. Okay, it's like spot, but it will take a big area, more than spot, and I can see everything good, and it will use ray or ray trace of light. Okay, now I can see here my material, but I couldn't see this material here. So what I will do, I will look here for this option, viewport shading, and I will click here. Now I can see the material here in my viewport. Okay, everyone, as you can see here, this is my 3D idea. I can work with this area like that, and I can change everything. In the next video I will speak about modeling and how to use the tools of modeling. Thank you very much, and meet you in the next lesson.